see it.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I love classic Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise classic Hallmark Christmas movies.
And I'm Kacy, and I want to improve classic Hallmark Christmas movies.
And this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host his podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Oh,
Now,
boy.
I want to get ahead of this. There are a
Please
lot
do.
of Brian stans on social
People
media.
love Brian.
That'll be like, well, where's Brian?
Where's Brian at?
So
Are they
this is-
replacing Brian?
We posted a video of us doing the tree lighting at Bramblefest.
We did.
And
People
somebody
asked.
responded, where was Brian? Brian, who is very important to this here program,
Yes.
he was under the stage plugging in the lights.
And
Now, this is a little behind the scenes
Yeah.
magic, everybody. The little switcher
It didn't do
doesn't
anything, if you can believe it.
We needed him to actually plug it in, and wouldn't
could
you
we
know
have
it?
gotten anyone? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we get Brian? Yes.
We did
And-
it last year.
And then
You know, I didn't
Brian he's here. I mean, he's right off
Right
camera.
over there. Yeah.
He heard Kacy was joining us and was like, I can't with her. That's what he said. I don't
That's
know
what he
why
said.
he said I can't with her.
So do you have any information, Kacy? Like, what's the deal with you and Brian?
No, I mean, he sent me a message even, and he was like, actually, I won't be at the show. I'm protesting. And I said, that's quite rude. I was going to go to Bramblefest, but I heard Brian was going to be there, and I didn't want to cause a scene. So
That's fair.
Well, I really like this
That's
this
fair.
feud that's going on between Kacy and Brian. I
That's
think
right.
that's fun for us.
Kacy's joining us for our last Christmas in July
Yes.
episode of a
Her
classic
first
Christmas
time
movie.
joining us, our last Christmas in July episode.
But not her first time reviewing a Hallmark movie. Kacy,
That's
tell
right.
everybody about what you do.
Okay, so my name is Kacy. I already said that. I review Hallmark movies on Instagram mostly, also YouTube at The Heart of Reviews, because Hallmark used to have their tagline, The Heart of Christmas. And I started this because I really loved Hallmark movies when they started in 2009 and the countdown to Christmas time. And then the quality went way down, as we all know. And I wanted to talk about my frustration with that. And I was hoping someone from Hallmark would hear. And I've been very lucky that I've sort of found an audience of people who enjoy talking about these movies as much as I do. And then on YouTube, I have a board game that I created where I work with the writers from Hallmark, and we create our own Hallmark Christmas movies using this board game. So you can find me over there, also at The Heart of Reviews.
That's fantastic.
That's very
when you say
fun.
the quality's gone down, do you think it's still on a slide or like from 09?
No, it's,
okay.
yeah, it's back up. When I started it, it's right around the time that they switched hands. Same with you guys,
Yeah.
so you understand that it's gone back up, which is great. But I still like to push them to sort of continue pushing that envelope.
Love that.
So 2015, we have you coming on for a 2015 movie, Magic Stocking, which is, I guess, right in your wheelhouse of movies that you would want to talk about as far as the quality goes. Had you talked about this movie before on your program?
No, I've actually never seen it, which is really surprising for me. I don't know what I was doing in 2015 to miss it. I know my parents, they're not always big on the sad channel movies.
Yeah.
And this was a Movies and Mysteries, so maybe that was why.
this
but
was a movies and mysteries.
It's a movies and mysteries.
I mean, I
yeah.
guess there's a dead
There's
husband,
dead husband.
and
Yeah.
the dog. Yeah,
I mean, that never
guess.
stopped Hallmark Channel before, but
No.
yes, there was that period of time where they like. Do you remember these little promos they would do, Kacy, where it'd be like Candace Cameron would be in a red dress and she'd be like, the Hallmark Channel is for upbeat Christmas movies, and then she would walk through a door and she'd be in a black dress and she'd be like, but Hallmark Movies and Mysteries is where you go for the drama. And you know what, it has stuck with me, so I guess the marketing worked.
There was a question in there somewhere, but you don't have to answer it, Kacy.
No, the question was, do you remember that? You remember that one?
I try not to remember Candace Cameron Bure, if
Sure.
I'm being honest.
I love Kacy already. Can I tell you that? It's fantastic. Your question though, you just went on a full nostalgia.
My
like,
question
do you
was
remember
very
that one
simple.
time?
Do you remember
when
it?
I watched Hallmark all the time. That was awesome.
You remember it? So 2009, you say you got into it. The quality was better. Do you remember the movie that kind of pulled you in?
Oh, Mrs. Miracle, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Like, I have full vivid. I mean, I was 9. I'm aging
It's
myself.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
You were
Born
not.
in this century. So there's that.
I'm just so
I was born in
happy.
1999.
Oh, 99.
to be
Okay.
fair.
I'm so
Fair.
happy to be the old guy.
You're
now.
the old
Like,
guy.
I'm usually the young one here, and
You're the
now
old
I'm
guy.
like, now I'm the old guy. It's the same way over on Making the Merch. It's like I suddenly like don't know things that they're talking about, and it's like, I guess this is how Dan feels all the time.
But here's the thing, Brandon, you don't know things no matter
That's
what
true.
audience that you're
That's
in.
true. It doesn't have anything to do.
But Kacy, you're 10 years old and you see these movies.
Not
and then,
now. You're not 10 years old now.
No, now you're solid 26, but dude, you're 10 years old. And then you're in the 2010s, you're like 14 and you're like, something's got to be done. Is that basically it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's
I mean,
fantastic.
I was incensed. I was really upset because I was such a, I don't even know what word I'm looking for, but I loved Hallmark movies. I would talk about them all the time. And then people started watching them. And they were like, these suck. What are you saying? And I said, you know what? You're right. And my dad would always say that you could create a Hallmark movie with just a few dice rolls when they started being really formulaic. And so I said, that's great. And that's why I made my board game and then also the Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I love that. So now, was it?
She's a pioneer. She's a
Really?
teenager.
Okay.
She's just like, yeah, I'm going to do stuff.
Was it the Christmas that pulled you in? What was it specifically for you that pulled you in?
For me, it was, I mean, yes, it was the Christmas. I love Christmas, but it was really like the broken familyness of Mrs. Miracle, to be quite honest, and the way that they dealt with that really sensitively and really beautifully, in a way that I hadn't seen in a made-for-TV movie at that time in my life. And it didn't feel like an after-school special. Like, it felt like something that was really real and genuinely had a lot of heart. And so that's really what drew me in. And then they lost a lot of that, but now it's back.
That's good. Do you have any, like, do you have 4 or 5 like favorites, fave Hallmark movies?
Christmas with Holly is a really big one for me.
Classic.
That's my number one. The Most Wonderful Time of the Year, because who wouldn't say
A
that?
Classic.
I really, some of like the stupid ones I like are like Snow Bride. I really love Snow Bride.
Who doesn't?
A Nine Lives of Christmas is just fun.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a lot of the older ones.
Yeah,
It is fun.
Yeah.
That you
Okay.
are. Now, do you find yourself watching now? Like, are you able to like buy into the like Tyler Hines fandom? Like, do you get all that, or you're just like, let's what is the big deal
Are
here?
you doing a Kacy impression?
I'm doing a Kacy impression.
Okay.
Yeah. It only
interesting.
took 8
Pretty
minutes,
good.
which is actually pretty good for me.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been an Andrew Walker fan personally, since the beginning, but I never really got the Heine thing until I put out a video about Never Been Chris, which I sort of panned. Like, I especially hated Chris as a character.
Sure.
Yep.
And I just talked for like 16 minutes about how much I hated him. And Tyler Hines watched the video and he commented on the video and he said, somewhere Chris is getting therapy, Kacy for president. I really respected that.
Yeah.
And so now I'm full in on Tyler Hines.
There
I'm
you go.
a proud Heine now.
There you go.
Who isn't a proud Heine?
That's right.
Beth Ann asked a great question. What are your thoughts on the Christmas card? That is a
This is
classic.
important.
That is a
Yeah.
classic. What are
It
your
is a
thoughts on it?
classic. I do quite enjoy it. I watched it a lot as a kid. You know, it was always playing on reruns.
Now,
My
would
dad
your parents would they turn off that ending kiss, because it is very
Graphic.
steamy. Kids should not be watching that kiss.
right? No, they were fine with it, I think.
Okay.
But who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I love that your answer for why you got into him was that it was a broken family. Like, did you like tell your parents, like, I love that their family's
Yeah.
broken. It's so fun for me.
Yeah. I know we're not, but they are.
I think I was like, oh, Christmas, and internally
Yeah.
I was keeping that in.
Yeah. No, I
Fair.
get that. I get that. Well, we're very happy that you're joining us, and very happy that we found a 2015 movie that you hadn't seen or talked about on your program, and we get to do that today. I like how I keep calling it a program.
Your program.
I'm
are old.
I'm the old.
Something happened in the last 6 months where you became
On this-
55 years old.
We're gonna thank you for joining
We've
the
got
program.
this young lady here who's on a program, and she'll tell us about the program later. But we found one
now
she
it's
hadn't
a
covered yet.
It's a YouTube program, and we'll
And
get.
she's originally from the great state of South Carolina. Palmetto State.
I
Wow,
am.
you and
That's
I
right.
we swapped, because now you're down in Florida and I'm in South Carolina.
Indeed.
How about
Yeah,
that?
I'm from the low country.
I was gonna I'll save this for the conversation, because I was gonna ask you about child acting, but there's a child who has a big performance in this movie, and I'm sure we'll talk about
Big
it.
is one word to say. Yeah, that's how you could
A
say
big
it.
role.
She's a big, yeah.
Big
She does have a
role.
lot of lines.
Yes. Let's talk magic stocking, shall we? I keep wanting to call it magical Christmas stocking. It's not that. It's just magic stocking. It's weird that this was the movie they were like, we can't put Christmas in this title.
No.
We're not going to do it. It's going to be magic stocking, and that'll speak for itself. December 6th, 2015 is when it aired originally, and it went a little something like this. Welcome to the township of. Welcome to the town. That's where it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit. Welcome to the township of Guilford. We meet Lindsay Monroe, a city planner who is having to deal with Mayor Fred. His current pressing project is the rebuilding of the long gone gazebo in the town square.
Oh my God, that's important.
He wants it to be exactly how it was. And he wants it to be completed in time for the Christmas Eve town lighting. You know it, you love it. It's Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve. So they hire Scott, a Guilford newbie, and somebody who literally made me say, "Oh my gosh," when he walked on the screen. I said this before. 2015 Vic.
You said, "Oh my gosh," I had missed it, and you said, "Rewind."
I
it.
said, "Wait,"
and
I
thought I was going to see something I've not seen before. It just turns out it was Vic Webster.
2015 Vic
Someone
Webster.
I've met in person numerous times.
2015 Vic Webster.
Great.
Sheesh. Still looks great. I don't hear what I'm not saying. Anyway.
Don't hear what I'm not saying.
Don't hear what I'm not saying. The problem is there are no records of the old gazebo itself. No pictures, no nothing. So Lindsay and Scott meet for the first time, and it's immediately clear that these two are going to clash and then that they are going to fall in love. She's like, "Why don't you just build a gazebo?" And he's like, "It has to be the exact replica of the gazebo. That's the project." So I'm sure it'll be fine. Lindsay is a widow. That's why it's on Movies and Mysteries. And because Candace Cameron, she's wearing the black.
Yeah. Do you remember?
I remember. Hey, do you remember that, Kacy?
I do.
Okay. Lindsay is a widow who gets pretty sad around the holiday season. It's been 3 years since her husband's passed.
Move on already.
She just doesn't want to deal with Christmas. Her daughter, Hannah, is ready to start celebrating Christmas again. So while at this Christmas market thing, she is given some Christmas decorations from this lady, including a stocking. Is it magical? We'll find out. When they get home, they hang up the stocking, the one singular stocking, and it magically falls to the ground. Lindsay picks it up and realizes that there's something inside of it, finds an old locket. I'm sure it's nothing. Lindsay's mom comes and brings a Christmas tree in her convertible. Lindsay is not thrilled by this. The stocking falls again, and Hannah picks it up and feels something inside of it, reaches in. It's a dog tag with the word magic in it. Hannah is pumped. We're getting a dog. Mom says, "No, we're not getting a dog. I don't know what that's about." A side story in this movie is that the mayor is very into Lindsay's mom. He is shooting his thought. He's
shooting his thought?
His shot.
What about his shot?
And his shot. And he is all sorts of thirsty. She's not having it. The next day, she goes to check on Scott with the gazebo thing. He's working on the shell of it because it's a gazebo. You know, they all have Gaz 8 sides.
No.
Like
that's
octopus? Okay. I thought it was a funny bit. Anyway, she just wants to get this project done, but he wants to make sure that it's authentic. He asks her out on a date so they could talk about it more. She says no, but then she's like, "You know what? If you wanted to show up at dinner tonight when I'm with my family and the mayor, I'm sure no one will mind." So that's good enough for him. But then they all ditch the two of them so that they can have a real date, just the two of them. When Hannah and her grandma get back at the house, Hannah finds a puppy in the bushes. It's magic, and it's meant to be. And the magic just keeps coming, including Grandma getting the numbers exactly correct at the town coin guessing competition. Don't ask.
For charity.
Hannah and Grandma are now completely convinced that the stocking is indeed magic. Everything seems to be coming up aces. They even find pictures of the original gazebo. It's all going great until Hannah finds a flyer for the missing dog. She doesn't want to give back the dog. This is my dog. But
It
Flyer's got to fly. Her hands are tied. So she does give the dog back. But then Scott surprises her with a new dog named Magic. You kidding me right now?
I'm not.
Love it. So Lindsay is really unsure about Scott. the fact that he brought a dog without asking her, and also other stuff. Her husband died in a car crash on the way to get a puppy.
Oh, that. Yeah,
So-
got it. Yeah. That's very specific.
There's a lot of specific trauma, as there often is with trauma. No,
On the movies industry,
no
you say.
trauma is the same, Dan. And I need you to stop trying to put trauma in a box.
What?
On her way out of the house to go to the town square, the stocking drops again inside a single Christmas light. What does it mean? Well, when she gets there, she finds out that the Christmas lights are missing one light, which will cause the entire strand not to light up. She gives it to Scott. He fixes the light, and boom, it works. The town lights up. Everybody cheers. He gives her the locket that was broken, that was in the stocking. He fixed it, and then they kiss. Cut to 1 year later. We're back at the Christmas market. They return the magical Christmas stocking to the lady, and she winks. Yay, magic. Yay, us. And that, my friends, was Magic
Stocking. We did it.
We did it. We did it. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We will break this movie down with Kacy. Brian's not here. We're better for it. We'll be right back here on Deck the Hallmark.
Deck the Hallmark.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're talking Magic Stocking today, the 2015 classic, the final Christmas movie that we're reviewing here on Christmas
Are
in
you
July.
sad that Christmas in July is over? Or are you happy that it happened?
I am sad. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Tomorrow we wrap up with Christmas at Sea. Thursday we do the August Christmas party, and then it's festive Friday.
August Christmas party?
August preview show. I mean.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's different program. Different program.
Different program. Now, what's
But
that
then
program you're on, Kacy?
Friday, festive Friday.
Is that
So-
Kacy with a K or a C in that program you're on? Can you spell it for me? Sorry.
With a K indeed in that program. Thank you.
Thank you. All I'm trying to say is I'm not going to have to wait long. Friday's coming. Even
Friday's
though it's
coming,
August,
amen. Yeah.
and the Friday festive Friday, it's not related to Christmas in July at all.
That's right.
It's its own thing.
It's its own thing.
Let's talk Magic Stocking. We're going to start with a hot take, is where we share exactly how we felt about this movie. We're not going to hold back, and I will start with you, Kacy. Kacy, what did you think of this one?
My hot take is that this movie was a hot mess.
Yeah?
The plots were way too convenient, and not one of them made any sense.
So you liked it?
Loved it, absolutely. No, this one hurt my soul a little bit. I thought it was going to be bad, but I didn't think it was going to be quite this bad.
I like Kacy. Big fan.
I don't particularly care for Kacy.
Where's Brian when you need
Where's
him?
Brian?
No,
Brian would
yeah.
let you down easy. Like Casey's like, this sucks. Brian's
Yeah.
like, I liked it.
Yeah. Well, I liked it.
Yeah. There it is.
That's great. I
There it
love
is.
that for you.
I had fun. I love Christmas magic. I love 2015 Vic Webster. I love puppies. And I love stockings. And so when you add all that up, you get a pretty good time for your old pal Bran. And I don't remember ever seeing this movie, so I'm glad that I have now. I don't know. I don't know if I'll watch it again. If it's on, I won't turn it off though. So there you go.
Yeah.
Dano?
Thanks, Brian. I hate it. Has there ever been a good, this is a question for people that watch a lot of these movies. Has there ever been a good Hallmark movie where the gazebo is a central or major plot point?
It's a good question.
Like not a gazebo used in a romantic scene. Like the gazebo is that we're building, we're restoring the town. That automatically means your movie sucks. Like it just does. Second of all, I'm not against Christmas magic, but the Christmas magic needs to lead us somewhere that we care about. Like there needs to be some sort of reason, like a catch-22, like the magic is good, but it's made you realize something about you or the person that you love, or what if it changes things forever? Like this movie is just kind of like very inconsistent with the magic. And then the one time where you're like, well, thank God it brought her a puppy. Turns out that's not magic. It's really, really frustrating. Yeah, Vic Webster, we always love seeing the Vicster on the screen.
Yeah.
I don't care about restoring a gazebo. For the love of God, no one cares about getting it historically accurate. I don't understand. Why do we need to do this? So many things don't make sense in this movie. I'll save save all of the coin counting problems for the wait what. The movie's a mess. And it's also very inconsistent with this poor woman's trauma who lost her husband 3 years ago and is simultaneously probably needs to get over the dog of it all and probably needs to take more time on the husband of it all. That's neither here nor there. This is why they don't make them like this anymore. And I'm super thrilled I don't have to watch 40 of these a year.
Okay, it's time for all the feels. We're talking about what this movie gave us feels. We'll start with you, Kacy. Kacy, did anything, even though it hurt your heart, were there any feels for you?
I really liked it when she was really mad at her mom. When Lizzie was mad at her mom, because her mom was terrible. I mean, I think across the board, like everyone in this movie was kind of a terrible person. But her mom was meddling in her life so much. And after she meddles the first time, her mom's apology is, "I'm sorry for what I'll do next." And what she did next was sell her dead husband's clothes.
Heck yeah, she did.
Like, terrible.
Yeah.
I liked that she got mad at Scott when he bought her daughter a really ugly puppy. Because you don't just do that.
Right, we don't have to comment.
Just
there were cuter puppies, but it's fine.
Man,
you don't just buy a
There's
child.
no such thing as an ugly puppy, Kacy.
Magic was fine. I'm just saying there were better ones. She'd already bought the gift card to the pound, as you do. You buy gift cards to the pound.
It's something that you do.
Yeah, you buy gift cards.
I can already tell Kacy also thinks they're ugly babies, and that does make me happy. Kacy's like, "Oh, it's so cute," and then Kacy and I would walk away, and she would go, "Baby, it was kind of ugly, wasn't it?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, it was." Be honest, Kacy. That would happen, right?
Only sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it depends on if the baby's ugly.
That's right. It's got to be ugly.
Yeah.
We're not just saying they're all ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know. Like, it's a nice film. It's a nice flick. I enjoyed it, and I like magic. A stocking that just think about this, folks. This stocking
is magic. It's the name of the movie.
This stocking jumps a little bit to free itself.
It does.
Every time. It is on a hook, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm mad that we didn't get to see this stocking really strut its stuff. This stocking, at least 4 times in this movie, does do one of these. And we don't get to see it. We never get to see it.
So you're just assuming that's what it does.
Well, how else do you think it had like phases a gap through the hook?
It's magic, Brand. Literally, the hook could disappear briefly. The hook could bend down. There's a lot of ways this could happen without the
only explanation is that this stocking hops. And
I agree that it does hop.
Okay. Thank you. Hops. And when you think about that for a second, Dana, close your eyes.
Okay.
And think about the stocking hopping. It's cute, right?
I don't love it.
It's funny. It's a funny image.
It's a funny bit. If he had a little mouth,
yes,
like the Bill on Capitol Hill.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
A magic stocking jumping over a hook.
That would have taken this movie if we actually got to see how the
Save it for
stocking. Well, I got another one. How the stocking do its thing. This movie would have been a 10 of 10. But now I'm just left thinking about it, and I can't visualize things very well.
Yeah, you can't.
I have that thing problem with my.
It's just
brain.
what happens when you get old.
And so I really like this program. Go ahead.
The lead in this movie, Bridget Regan. What other Christmas movies has she been in that we've seen? Christmas Getaway.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I think she's really solid, and I would love to see her back on the network. So her and Vic, this movie never really lets them really explore their chemistry without a lot of trauma baggage. But I do think that they could very well have had chemistry and do in some scenes that still don't feel quite right because of the plot of the movie. But I liked her and I liked him, even though this movie doesn't do them justice at all.
She's a serial killer on Jane the Virgin. So that's what I know her from.
Wasn't she in season 1? I only watched season 1.
Yeah, she's Rose. She's the stepmom. But then she's like the big villain. She's excellent in that, but it's also scary to see her in Hallmark because I'm like, oh.
But that was right around 16, so that would have been why she stopped doing Hallmark. At least that makes sense now.
Yeah. We all clocked it.
Yeah, we did.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We will get to the way, what, and the what, the Hallmark here on Jack the Hallmark. Welcome Welcome back, everybody. We're talking magic stocking. You know what was magical, Dan? Was this past weekend we got to go to the Christmas small
Christmas
town
in a
thing.
small town in Dahlonega.
In Dahlonega.
Dahlonega, Georgia.
And you thought it was Dahlonega.
And I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah, which I thought was really fun.
I see EGA and I'm like, Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Dahlonega.
Sure. Yeah. It's clear as crystal.
Talladega.
But
it's always Ega.
If you were there and you met us and you're listening now, hi.
Hi.
It's really
we made
great.
it. We made it back.
We made it back.
Thanks for asking.
And we're fine. We're talking magic stocking. Casey's here today, and it's time for the Wait What. So we talk about what in this movie made us go Wait What. And I will start with you, Kacy. Kacy, what really puzzled you in this movie? What made you go Wait What?
I had two major things. The first one is the furniture that she buys for her daughter, that Lindsay buys for her daughter, which makes no sense. So she goes to this rummage sale and she goes to her friend Ruth. And first of all, Ruth is really mean. And she's like, are you going to open your purse this year? Which, what the heck does that mean, Ruth? Her husband died 3 years ago.
Settle
She's a
down,
single
Ruth.
mom.
Just settle down.
And then Ruth says that she has to buy all 4 of the pieces. And Lindsay says, I need something more age appropriate for my daughter. And then they make some weird business transaction where she ends up just buying the desk, I guess. I don't know how they came to that conclusion.
When that desk
and so she buys
the desk just screamed
daughter.
for children.
That's
yes.
right. Right?
Yeah.
And so she buys the desk and then she's like, you got to throw in free delivery, which that's rude. They were setting up like a weird Lindsay's a cheapskate thing from the beginning. Like she only gives Santa 2 dimes and then her friend makes a joke about it too. It's a whole thing.
It is weird that they do this to a woman who is still processing the death of her husband 3 years ago in a car accident on the way to pick up a dog for their daughter. It's a lot to add.
2015
Can you
Hallmark.
imagine them writing this character and somebody in the back of the writer's room is like, what if she's also a cheapskate? I love it. That's good energy, Dale. Let's keep that going.
We love it.
Exactly.
2015's unrelenting hatred towards anybody who doesn't full Monty love Christmas, regardless of the reason.
That's
is something that I miss dearly.
Yeah.
I miss it a lot.
So then like she gets this desk at the kid's house, which also, why are you buying big purchases right before Christmas and then just like giving them out before Christmas? Like, was her daughter actually going to get any gifts? I don't know. And she clearly didn't need this desk. It was only for 2 reasons. 1, to set up Scott coming to her house, sure. And then 2, so that she could find the pictures of the gazebo, which is my second problem with this movie, which is that Scott's whole trauma is that he was supposed to fix up the gazebo with his grandfather, but his grandfather died. But he doesn't remember what the gazebo looked like.
No.
Like, it's such an important part of his childhood, and he couldn't tell you what the gazebo looked like at all. And also, it's such an important part of the town that they have to fix it up, but it's not in one photo. There's no photos of the town at all with this gazebo.
They tried
it
to
only
do
exists in this locked desk.
They tried to do a missing recipe bit, but gazebo.
Yeah, they did. The gazebo is one of mine too. And like at the end of the day, it's a gazebo. Like if the mayor, who is the one who's like putting this project forward, doesn't know what it looks like, I'm with Lindsay on this. Just build it. It's a gazebo. I'm sorry to all the gazebo builders out there. I'm not trying to get on your bad side.
You think someone's job is just building gazebos?
Sure.
All right. And they're listening to this
Danny
program.
Gazebo. His last name's Gazebo.
Danny
His
Gazebo.
hands were tied.
Danny G, yeah.
Brandon@thehallmark.com. You can email me and you can explain to me all of the things that I'm missing about gazebos. But I feel like if I've seen one gazebo, I've seen all gazebos.
Yeah.
Am I a bad person for thinking that?
I looked it up. They can be any number of sides. A
So
gazebo is not
the
defined
gas
by
is
numbers.
It's not gas.
Talked, yes.
Gas numbers.
I
no.
will say this though, to Casey's point, I guess tangentially to her point, they find the plans of this gazebo stuff in this desk. The magic stocking either needs to actually be all coincidence, where it's like we think it's magic and then it turns out it wasn't, or it needs to be all magic, and we just never decide which
because we never
we're
see
going
it
down.
jump.
We never see it. If we saw it jump, that would help a bunch.
It would help a bunch.
It would clear a lot of things up.
Kacy, anything else?
Those are my really big ones.
Okay.
I mean, there are lots of other ones, like why the girl doesn't care about her father's death at all.
She's
she
over
just
it, man.
cares about the puppy.
Moving on.
The fact that Fred needs to be impeached, I'm pretty sure. He's a terrible mayor.
Listen.
Yeah. How did you, this child actor, you work in children's theater, were you like thumbs up for the girl?
I mean, she didn't have a lot of great role models
Sure.
in this movie, so I really don't blame her performance even a little bit.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That was a great answer.
That was
a
very
seasoned
politically
veteran
correct.
answer
Yes.
there. Yes.
There is a scene in this movie where Vic Webster's just not mic'd up. And
Just fundamentally
I don't-
nothing near him.
I don't know. There should be a backup of sorts, a boom, etc., or go in an ADR or something to fix it. But there is a scene where you just hear Vic and he's like, "Really good stuff going."
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Vic, can you speak up for a second, buddy? And then when Lindsay comes into the shot and she starts talking, I'm like leaning in, trying to like pick up on what Vic's saying, and she's like blowing my ears off. So that was fun. Love that. I love this moment so much when he brings her the dog, which again, you can't do that.
You cannot do that.
You cannot
No.
give a child that isn't yours a dog
No.
without checking with the parent first. But regardless, Lindsay looks at her daughter and says, "What do you say to him?" And as a parent, when you say, what do you say? There's two possible answers there. One is thank you, and one is I'm sorry. Like those are the two
That's
things.
right.
Like, hey, depending on how I say, what do you say?
That's right.
You know the correct answer. The answer that Hannah gives is I love you.
No.
Which
No.
took me back. Like,
No.
what do you say? I love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was so
And then he
funny
still
that-
says, "You're welcome."
you're
It's
welcome.
the new
Yes.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I love you. I know.
I love
Yeah.
you. I know.
I love you, I
It's
know.
the new Star Wars. That's exactly right.
I loved it so much. What do you say? I love you is so good.
As a parent that's trying to get one or more of their children to stop hugging strangers and telling them that they love them, this resonated so hard with me.
What do you say?
What do you say? I love you. Big hug. No.
Try again.
We've worked on this. That is not correct. That none of what you did is correct.
A thank you will do.
Yeah.
A verbal thanks. Dan?
Yeah, they're pushing real hard for this woman to get back out there and find a man.
Yep.
Her mom is mad that the mayor is constantly after her, but she still takes time to plan with the mayor for her daughter, whose husband died 3 years ago, and she's clearly not over it yet, to basically have a meet cute. It is a weird set of circumstances where, listen, 3 years might be enough time for some people. It might not be. I'm not saying 3 years is too soon. What I'm saying is in this movie, this character clearly is not yet over the death of her husband. Like, evidently. And
Especially at Christmas time.
at
It's
Christmas
on his way
time,
to get the dog.
she doesn't even want to decorate the tree.
Yeah.
The first dog that the magic stocking finds, this turns out not magic. Turns out somebody did lose that puppy in the bushes and didn't
Without a tag.
didn't put a flyer
That's
anywhere. And the only reason that they
that
found
puppy
the dog,
was fresh too.
that puppy.
Now, that was a cute puppy, right, Kacy?
Cute puppy.
It was a cute puppy.
Yeah.
okay.
You got it.
Magic,
Yeah.
not cute.
Now this
That's Casey's words, not mine.
That's it. This girl takes this puppy, assumes that it is the doing of magic stocking. Let me hear that jump sound one more time. There it is. And then keeps it in the house overnight without her mom finding out that she has it.
Yeah.
And what I know about puppies is they are notorious for sleeping through the night with no problems. They don't need much. They're not needy. They're
Not
not. You can pretty
loud.
much. It's like a frog. You put it in a terrarium. Like you don't. It's a puppy. They don't need anything.
They don't need
They're not loud. They don't wake you up.
They don't need to go out like every 3 hours.
No. And this 9-year-old
That's right.
basically just has this puppy and nobody knows it for a very long time. I mean, good on her.
Yeah.
The mayor tells the mom in this movie, the mom's mom in this movie, the grandma in this movie, hey, I want to take you on a proper date. So I'm picking you up tomorrow morning. All right. And he doesn't tell her anything else. And then it's a whole bit where he's going to take her fishing and didn't tell her. Obviously, if you're going to take somebody fishing, you probably need to let them know they're going fishing. That is not the way what. That is a thing that happens all the time in these movies, and you just give it. What is the way what is the mayor shows up in all fishing gear and a cable knit sweater.
Yeah.
So he has on like poncho and like waders, a full fishing gear. But just so you know that this is Bill Abbott Hallmark Christmas, under all of that is a Chris Evans and Knives Out cable knit sweater. It's one of the weirder things I've ever seen. Like, no one believes you're going fishing, bro. No one believes that you're going fishing. You clearly are ready for the Christmas cookie decorating scene that you probably have to film next or something. So that was weird. That was a weird thing to do. You know, this is my problem. It's not a wait what, but one stocking hung next to the fireplace with no other decorations around it was driving me nuts all movie long. I just feel like stockings are the last thing you put up. That's what you do last, and it was driving me crazy. I get it.
Well, she wasn't planning on
She
putting
wasn't
up stockings.
You're right.
Come home with one magic stocking. You know, I'll put it up.
The daughter.
Shut her up.
The
Shut up my
daughter gets.
What do you say?
I'm sorry.
No. Try again.
I love you.
There it is. Thank you.
The daughter gets a dog tag for this dog named Magic, and the dog tag is an albatross around this dog's neck. It is ginormous. It's so big because they want the viewers at home to see the word magic, or they won't believe it's real, I guess. I don't know. Hey, let's get to coin counting, shall we? This scene is one of the more confusing scenes in Hallmark Christmas movie history.
Yeah.
The town is gathered, and there is a giant clear container filled with coins. Okay?
That have like it's kind of like a Plinko board,
Below
but for no
the
real
container-
reason.
Yeah.
Below the container, there is a Plinko or little style thing like you would see in like Donkey Kong or something.
Yeah.
Not Plinko, more like a Donkey Kong like Rose,
Okay.
right?
Sure.
In there is mostly silver coins. And the town is gathered around, and everyone is putting in guesses as to how much money, not how many coins are in there, how much money is in there. Okay, I've seen this before, right? Whoever gets the closest gets
Closest to the pen. Are they doing Price is Right rules?
gets the money. Yeah,
Yeah.
can't go over. Gets the money. That is how I am understanding that this goes. Normally, it's like filled with candy or candy canes or something like that, and you win the candy canes. Then we find out the daughter guesses, and then something happens with the magic stocking, and she gets this number, and and then yeah, you got it. And then she puts in one for her grandma and guesses with that number the magic stocking gives them and hands it in. Okay, I'm still on board. This is a fun little thing where it looks like it's rigged because she guesses it right to the penny. She also then goes, this mostly pennies in there, and it's clearly not mostly pennies. Also, whatever, move along. Then the mayor's like, let's count the money. How do they count the money? They pull out something from the bottom of the container, and the coins start going down the Plinko thing, some of them just getting caught. And then there is, I guess, an automated counter at the bottom of that is hooked up via HDMI to a big screen television that is showing the total as it racks up. So everybody's like, fingers crossed. While this is happening, the mayor says, and once again, all of this money is going to charity.
Right.
Okay. What's the guessing about?
Just for fun.
No, it's so you can light the Christmas tree.
So you get to light the Christmas tree. Okay, so then the thing starts going down, and the container stays full, and it says we're almost done. Literally, it's $1,200 some dollars. The counter's at $1,200. The container is almost completely full still. They cut away and cut back, container completely empty, and she hits it on the nose, and no one claps. No one says a word. No one gets mad. Everyone just stays like it's a cult, like completely silent as she walks up there and smiles next to the mayor. It's a crazy scene. I don't really know what happened then. I still don't know exactly what happened in that scene. It was wild. Go ahead.
They were also just setting up so much with this ornament, which is how she got the number for the coin counting.
Right.
Like, I thought it was going to mean more than just this random coin scene. Like, he was like, that's the same time my grandfather built the gazebo.
Yes.
So I thought they'd find the pictures of the gazebo and these ornaments would be hung up on the gazebo, right? I was like, oh, it's blending their families. No, we never see the ornament again. It was solely so that the grandma could light the Christmas tree.
And I just still don't know exactly what happened. Why would you make that contest to light why not just draw a name?
Yeah,
like, you're not doing any,
because it raises money for charity.
It raised money for charity either way.
Right.
It doesn't matter if they guess. It raises money for charity.
Why might as well kill two birds with one stone?
It doesn't.
Whoever's
it's
quickest.
the same number of birds.
No, it's different.
You could have this thing, you raise money for charity, and then you could have a drawing. That's the same thing as going.
But why not do both? Why not do both? What's the harm in doing both?
It just doesn't. I've never seen a contest like that doesn't mean anything.
It means something.
the contest, they start the movie with this. Like, she walks up to the Santa, she puts her 2 dimes in, and her friend, who we never see again, says, "Oh, I know exactly how much money is in there. All of it's mine." Like, she's bragging about giving all her money to charity to this woman who's a cheapskate, apparently. Like, that's the start of the film.
It's ridiculous.
We love that. It's time for What the Hallmark is, where we wonder what could have been. Maybe haven't cleared any questions that we still have. What are we still wondering about? That's what this segment is for. Kacy, questions that you still have that you'd like answered. What do you got?
I have so many. One of them is, what kind of hard drugs was the costume designer on?
Oh, yeah.
So going back to the cable knit sweater, but just all of it across the board. My least favorite was when the grandma, it was in the same fishing scene. She's wearing like 3 sweaters on top of each other, and one of them just has 2 large bedazzled brooches on her chest area, and I couldn't watch anything else for the entire scene. It was
very reminiscent of the Bramblefest shirt from 3 years ago.
I don't know what
that's
you're
all I'll
talking
say.
about.
That's
It's a
all I'll
perfect
say.
shirt.
That's all I'll
Perfect
say.
shirt.
The Tom Veranda shirt from 3 years
It's
ago.
a perfect shirt. Kacy, what else you got?
Okay.
Another question about the grandma. This is mostly about the grandma. First of all, what in general? Second of all, why was she standing like that at the beginning of the movie? I don't know if you noticed this, but when she enters the house and she's giving Hannah all the weird clothes, she's standing in a way that I've never seen a human being stand, and I just really want to know why. She's like holding her hand in a way that is not natural on a chair, and then her other arm is completely across herself on her thigh, like she's being posed as a weird mannequin in a mall. Yeah, it's horrifying.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's pretty. Seems.
Yeah,
pretty,
you look great.
No, it seems like this is how we podcast typically, right?
I think you look good.
Yeah, thank you.
And then my last one, also about the grandma. Why did her narrative change from "I'm a happy, free, independent woman" to "you absolutely need a man to make you happy, and I was wrong about everything else"? Like, she could have just been like, "Oh, I'm happy now with Fred," but instead she said, "I thought I was happy before and I wasn't."
Yeah.
The
2 things can be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You
again.
can be happy while you can be happy while single and then also fall in love and be like, this is nice too. Two things can be true.
Yeah. Well, I will say, to Kacy's point though, the grandma's like, this guy needs to stop bothering me, but my widowed daughter needs a man.
Yeah.
That's basically her personality in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My What the Hallmark does have to do with the mayor who shows up and brings flowers, right? So it's a funny bit for what it's worth. First flower, it's like 1 flower. Then he rings doorbell again. It's more flowers, rings doorbell again, even more flowers. And then he says, "I bought out the whole store. I can do this all night," basically. But then that's it. He doesn't do any more with the flowers. What happens with the flowers? This guy bought out an entire store worth of flowers, did a bit, said there's more where that came from, and then left. And then we never see the flowers again. Did he like do a thing like where when like in Breaking Bad, Jesse's running around just throwing money out around the town? Is he throwing flowers to everybody? Because if not, like, I don't know if you know this about flowers, not a long shelf life on those suckers, especially if they're just sitting
plants.
in a car. So I just want to know
where that came from.
There's more where that came from. See you. What do we say?
Yeah.
I love you. Dan?
Yeah, magic stocking too. You won't do it, you cowards.
Yeah.
This old woman gets this stocking back at the end and gives you one of those, and you're like, does she just pick? Does the stocking pick who she gives it to? Is she also magic? Does she? Is it another? Is it just at Christmas time she hands it to a stocking to another?
Yeah, I mean, Kacy, you have to admit this is very Mrs. Miracle, right?
And I thought about that, but I was. It's just so much worse in everything.
I mean, but in a sense, it's the same if you think about it in a like a little bit.
Sure. But I don't know, Mrs. Miracle, she thinks things through. This stocking, as Dan is saying, just like
it's just
coincidences.
Yeah,
it's random. It's like stealing from her. Like it steals her ornament. It steals the key. I don't know where it's getting these objects.
Yeah, and I will say to be critical of the movie for a moment.
Oh, look at you! Welcome to the What the Hallmark segment. You made it.
Now that the episode's almost over. I will say the stocking was like, it was an interesting thing to do, where almost everything the stocking shows us as the viewer, we're not privy to it yet.
No.
Like it does a thing where like I kind of want more of like it is abundantly clear to us what this is. But
That's a better movie. that
so
you're
many
talking
times
about.
I'm just like, what is that? Why is it doing it? Then it becomes clear, but it was I don't know.
Kacy, can I have a 1-sentence review on Rachel Boston as Mrs. Miracle?
Oh, sure.
I don't want to talk about that.
Perfect. That's all I needed.
So you want a sequel of that as well?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Absolutely.
Putting
Yep.
in a sequel.
And we could bring the magic stocking in. It'd be
Yes.
great. Yeah.
Kacy, this was so much fun. We had a blast, and people at the double deckers that are watching
already
live,
they're the double deckers BrambleJamPlus.com.
You said
can
it.
watch us
Live.
record these live in real time,
unedited.
with all the tech problems.
What's fun is when everyone else gets to experience this, it's perfect. Aaron does a great job. Today was an absolute mess.
It was a mess.
And
Kacy
you get
made
to
it
watch,
through.
and the double deckers get to watch that live.
And they chat and they're talking about how much they love you, and they're saying they're already following you on Instagram and on YouTube, and they need all your takes. So, and then somebody
you,
says,
double-deckers. I'm honored.
is Kacy Dan's actual daughter in real life? Because her takes, the movie takes have to be genetic,
Honestly, the
right?
age kind of
Sometimes I love them. Sometimes I do.
Yeah. The fact that I'm old enough to be her father is my problem.
I think that's really fun.
That's my issue.
I think that's fun.
Kacy, tell everybody the handle for your program again one more
Your
time.
program.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My program at the Heart of Reviews on Instagram and YouTube.
I love it.
Perfect, Kacy. This was so much fun. We can't wait to have you back. Until next time, maybe the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to BrambleJamPlus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.